Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dave again, and this is going to be part two of the M1 Finance tutorial. This is going to be the entire series. I want to go ahead and show you how to set up your various pies, and how to use M1 Finance to the best possible way you can use it. So let's go ahead and get started here. When you originally set up your account and you fund it, you'll come up to you'll actually come up to like a blank screen. And like right here, all of this will be blank. You won't have the timeline here. Instead, what you'll come up to is something that says create a new pie, like I just showed you. So let's go ahead and exit. So you'll see a button that says create new pie. When you click on that, you'll come up to this window here, and this window or this part of the website is all of the stocks that you can, or all of the companies that you can invest. So let's say you want to invest in Verizon. So you just type in Verizon, and you'll see their ticker symbol, VZ. You just click on that, and then you add it to the basket. Another way you can actually set up a new pie is if you go over here to Expert Pies. They have various ways you can set it up automatically if you don't want to choose your own companies. So let's say you just want to get into general investing. You just click on that, and you have different risk tolerances. So let's say you want to be ultra aggressive. Now, being ultra aggressive, the more in the stock market, the more risk you take, the better. How do I want to put this? The more risk, the more rewards. So you can risk all of your money, 100% risk, but be warned, if you risk, if you're at like 100% risk level, you have like a 99% chance that you're gonna lose all of your money. So you can also be like ultra conservative, which this is a very low risk but very low rewards. Likewise, like with me, I'm personally a dividend growth, or not a dividend growth, but a dividend income. That's my strategy for my investment portfolio. So what that means is basically I look for companies that are not very risky, but they pay a really good dividend, that I then use that dividend to put back in to the portfolio so I can compound my wealth. The eventual goal is to be able to live off of those dividends. Now, I mentioned dividend growth earlier, and dividend growth is when you have, let's say you're 18, 20, in your low 30s, and you have a lot of time for companies to mature. You can go with a dividend growth strategy. It's a little bit more risky than my strategy, but over a greater period of time, you'll see more growth to that portfolio. With me, I'm getting a little bit older, so the growth potential for that strategy isn't really there for me anymore. I wish M1 Finance came out like 20 years ago. I'd be retired. But anyways, with income earners, these are going to be your dividend portfolios. They have, domestic, global, long-term, you name it. They also have other strategies, various stocks, bonds, responsible investing. These are going to be your ESG, or environmental safety guidelines, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if you just choose that, you just choose like one of them, and then you say add to portfolio. You click on that, and you'll see where it comes up with your portfolio, and you just click add, and it'll add that. Likewise, let's say you want to start your own ARK fund, then you can just this actually got me through a little loop, because I was in here and I'm like, okay, well, ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, let's invest in ARKX, and hey, that actually works now. But they must have changed that, because a while back, when I looked up an ETF, QQQ, it actually wouldn't list it. So you would have to go to funds, and then it would list it. But looks like that was fixed. So good on M1 Finance. I didn't even have to submit a bug report. Perfect. Likewise, you can actually choose a particular stock or fund, and you can set it up to your watch list. I really don't use M1 Finance for watch lists. I probably would if they had more of a technical, like using technical indicators. However, as an investment platform, they want to get away from using technical indicators to trade stocks. So I can see why they don't have that, but I would like it if I could see, a company's profit to earnings ratio, their EPS score, their ESG, just, various things that I would want to look at before I put my money into that company. Maybe that'll come in the future, maybe not, but you can get that information elsewhere, Alpha News, whatever, or Alpha News, Seeking Alpha, that's what I meant, sorry, Seeking Alpha, not Alpha News. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of it for setting up a new pie that you want to just have your portfolio, a few stocks or a few funds in it, and then that's it. However, there's one thing I would recommend doing, and that's actually creating a pie within a pie and doing some matrix stuff where you can have like 10 pies with 5 sub pies, and those 5 sub pies have more pies, and then we have an apple pie and an all American pie, and pies for everyone, or not. Let me show you kind of here what I mean. So if we go to, let me exit out of this, and I want to go into my growth portfolio. So your overall portfolio is a pie, and to create the initial pie, like I showed you, you just go to create new pie, and I'm gonna just choose Apple here, and we'll go ahead and hit add, and then this will create a new pie. So we'll hit edit here, and I'm just gonna name this as test pie main, test pie main pie. So we'll hit save. We'll confirm that. Now we have a test pie, main pie. But let's go ahead and we'll actually create a new pie, and in here we'll put Apple, Microsoft, pie. Okay, let's redo this. Okay, so let's go to create new pie. We'll choose Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Let's go with Tesla and Facebook too. Why not? So we'll hit add, and then this will bring up a new pie. Ooh, 600% in the last year. So this will be test pie tech. Alright, so now we have two pies. So we look here, we have our main pie, and this will be the main portfolio, right? So if we add that, we can add it to the main portfolio. But what I want to show you is, so when you go here, we can add a pie within a pie. So I just want to, here we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of Apple. So now with our tech stocks, we can say, all right, I want 75%. Or actually, let's just make this easy. I want 50% to go into tech and 50% to go into Home Depot. So let me redo this here. There may have been like a little small edit. For some reason it kind of like logged me out. So let's go back here, Home Depot. We'll remove Apple. So how this works and how M1 Finance works with pies is you have allocations. So let's say I want in that technology pie that we just created, let's say I want 50% to go into those stocks. But then let's say I want 50% to go into Home Depot. So that means if I deposit $100 into the main portfolio, $50 will go into the tech stocks and $50 will go into Home Depot. And out of that $50, if we go into our test pie and we see, average allocations, but let's go ahead and change this. Let's say I want, 25%. Well, let's go with 10%. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. There we go. And 50. Alright, so we deposited $50 into our tech stocks. What does that mean? So out of the $50, 10% of 50 is 5. So $5 will go to Google, $5 to Amazon, $5 to Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook. And then the rest of it, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So $25 will go into Tesla. And that's it. So you can also do stuff like, okay, let's say you want your tech pie, but you want, let's say, mature tech, and then you want startups. You can do like 75%, into that pie, 25% into your startup pie, and you can just keep, creating sub pies and different allocations. So that's just another. It's a good way to organize your portfolio, and that's what I want to get at. Is delete and delete. So that's kind of what I want to get at, is using the M1 Finance pie system. You can create your main pie or your main portfolio, and then you can create sub pies to better organize your portfolio. So that's kind of what I wanted to get at and go over in this video, is how to organize your portfolio. Create the pie, create sub pies, and organize it. So with me, and this is my main portfolio, dividend portfolio, you can see kind of here how I have everything organized. So myself, I organize them by sectors, so with the exception of funds. So I have high dividend ETFs. 15% goes into this particular pie. 40% goes into QYLD, and then 35% into SPHD, and then 25% into SPYD. These top two are monthly paying dividend stocks, so I get paid monthly for having those stocks. SPYD is the high dividend high dividend ETF by Spider. That one pays quarterly. So yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and basically just kind of end the video here. You know, we created pies and things like that. In the next video, I'm going to go ahead and show you actually how to set up their automation and how to set up various rules. And then in the following video, I want to go ahead and go into a little bit more advanced topics, which is how to manually invest when you see like a good deal, right? You know, let's say you have your automated investing set for Mondays, but let's say on Wednesday you see a good deal, or let's say you get dividends and you want to reinvest those dividends as soon as possible. That'll be on the fourth video. So with that, let's go ahead and end it here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab another cup of coffee, and I'll see you then. Bye.